Good afternoon. This is HorseRacingNation.com handicapper Jarrod Horak. This is the video feature race of the week. This week's feature race is going to be the Rebel Stakes. But before we do the Rebel, let's look back at the stakes races run last weekend on the Derby Trail. San Felipe, in that race, Dortmund went wire to wire, getting a 104 Beyer speed figure, beating Prospect Park and Bolo. Dortmund remains undefeated. His first two career starts showed a lot of brilliance, won big. His second two starts, he had to really fight for the victories. And then in his last start in the San Felipe, he got out there, he controlled the pace, went wire to wire. He needed an easier race. He got that easier race. So now he's probably going to go to the Santa Anita Derby next. Looks like a solid Derby contender for trainer Bob Baffert. As we mentioned, Prospect Park and Bolo were second and third. They picked up some Derby points, and they'll probably all meet again in the Santa Anita Derby. Tampa Bay Derby, 98 Beyer speed figure there for Carpe Diem. And that was a big win for him. Nice, easy victory. Good start to his 3-year-old season. He was second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He won the Breeders' Futurity at Keeneland as a 2-year-old. He's going to go back to Keeneland for the Bluegrass Stakes. Second and third finishers in the Tampa Bay Derby. Amy's Flatter, your winter book favorite for the Queen's Plate, was second. And then Divining Rod ended up finishing third. The big disappointment there, Ocean Knight for trainer Karen McLaughlin, finished up the track. Gotham Stakes, 89 Beyer speed figure. El Kabir got the job done. He's been a solid horse since the beginning of his career. He broke his maiden big at Saratoga. He showed a lot of speed earlier on. He showed some tactical ability earlier this year. And then in the Gotham Stakes, he rallied from well off the pace. So he's earned a lot of Derby points. He's got good running style versatility. Seems a cut below based on speed figures against the top contenders, but he's still a decent horse. He beat Tiz Shady, well-bred horse, lightly raced, probably going to do more later on this year. And then Classy Class for trainer Karen McLaughlin ended up finishing third in the Gotham. For my top Derby contenders, before last week's race, my top contenders were Carpe Diem number 1, Dortmund number 2, International Star number 3, American Pharoah number 4, and El Kabir number 5. And they're going to stay right where they were as of last week. And 4 of those 5 horses, Carpe Diem, International Star, American Pharoah, El Kabir, they've been part of my Derby list since last September when I started the list. So those early hopefuls, the horses that had a lot of promise early in their careers and had nice pedigrees, and they've all continued to do well and stay healthy. And then the Breeders' Cup Juvenile has been a decent race as well. We've had multiple horses come out of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and run well, including Carpe Diem and Upstart. The Great War earlier this year won a stakes race. Super Colossal won a stakes on turf. We've had Texas Red. We've had some others. Mr. Z, a Daredevil. They've all hit the board in some stakes races. So that Breeders' Cup Juvenile from last year has turned into a decent race. Let's get over to the Rebel Stakes. That's the 10th race from Oaklawn Park on Saturday, March 14th. 3-year-olds going a mile and a 16th on the main track. American Pharoah, your 2-year-old champion, finally returns in this race. He hasn't run since September. He had some foot issues. He had some kind of problem that he missed time. He's been training really well for this, and he's the controlling speed in the Rebel Stakes. He's going to be a very short price. He looks like he's going to go out there. He should break from the gate, go right to the front. He probably will go wire to wire. Just doesn't seem to be anybody that can go with him there. The 2 Made from Lucky. This is the only other horse that looks like he has any kind of speed for trainer Todd Pletcher, coming off back-to-back 2-turn wins. This one is certainly improved. He moved to the Pletcher barn last time. Nice victory. I think he's going to stalk the pace, and he'll just run second all the way throughout. So I'm expecting American Pharoah to go to the front, wire the field. Made from Lucky will probably just sit second throughout, and those 2 may dominate that race throughout. Maybe not a big money-making opportunity, but that's the way it looks on paper. So I'm just going to say a $20 exacta will take American Pharoah on top of Made from Lucky. That'll wrap up this week's video. You can follow Horse Racing Nation and Derby Wars on Twitter, like us on Facebook, go over to horseracing.nation.wordpress.com for my latest Kentucky Derby Contenders list. Until the next Derby prep, good luck at the races.